Hey guys, so I'm just going to be showing you what I had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just so you guys can draw inspiration or get a couple ideas from it. But yeah, they're all plant-based meals, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So first I'm going to show you how I make my avocado toast with garbanzo beans on top. So I just go ahead and I start by taking a can of garbanzos and I drain out the water. And then I go ahead and I coat the garbanzo beans in a bit of olive oil. You can use whichever oil you prefer. Once I drizzle them, I just go ahead and give the tray a little bit of a shake. That way I can coat them well throughout the entirely. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop the garbanzo beans into the oven at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes. And I give it a quick shake at the 20 and 30-minute mark, just so they won't burn and they can cook evenly on the other side. So I have half of an avocado here, and I'm just adding a bit of lime to it and a bit of salt. And I'm just gonna go ahead and mix all of this together. You can go ahead and add cilantro and onions, whatever you prefer, but I just kept mine really simple. So once I have that done, I'm gonna go ahead and add this Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning and just drizzle this over the garbanzo beans and give them a quick shake to coat them well. If you don't have the seasoning, before I used to buy this, I used to use salt, paprika, and a little bit of cayenne and just sprinkle that over, and it works amazing and it tastes really good. So that's pretty much it. It's super simple. I'm just going to go ahead and take a piece of toast and add my avocado to it, spread it really well, and then just sprinkle some garbanzo beans on top. And this is honestly one of my favorite things to eat because it's super filling. I honestly eat this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, I'll eat it at whichever time of day. It's super good. I really like it. So I hope you guys try this one out. Next, we're going to go ahead and make some buffalo cauliflower bites. So this is honestly super good, like one of my favorite things. So I just have a cauliflower and I'm going to go ahead and take off the little leaves that are on the bottom. And once I take those off, I'm going to cut off that green stalk that's at the bottom and then just go ahead and wash the cauliflower and start cutting off um, small pieces of the cauliflower and just start cutting them up into individual tiny pieces. Not too tiny, but like a good size amount. And I'm actually going to only use half of the cauliflower since I'm only making a small amount today, and I'm going to save that half of the cauliflower for some cauliflower sandwiches later in the week. But yeah, I'm just here cutting up the cauliflower into the pieces that I want, and afterwards I'm going to go ahead and wash the cauliflower and just drain them and let them sit. So for our mixture to coat, I have half a cup of flour, a teaspoon and a half of paprika, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm just mixing all of this together really well, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a third of a cup of almond milk and just mix it all together. I needed a bit of milk, so I added a little bit of a drizzle more, and it honestly ended up being probably, I would say, about half a cup of almond milk. You want it to be a little bit runny, but kind of like a thick runny, not too much. So I'm just going to mix this really well until I get my coating. So once I have my coating, I'm just going to take my cauliflower bites and sprinkle a bit of this vegan chickenless seasoning from Trader Joe's. You don't have to do this. I've made the cauliflower bites without it, but this is just an additional step for extra flavor. And I believe this is made out of onion powder, turmeric, and garlic powder, I believe. So you can make your own mixture if you prefer, but that's all I'm going to do. Just coat them individually, and then I'm honestly just going to toss this all together into the mixture and just coat them like that. You can do it individually, each cauliflower, but I just kind of did it all together just to be a bit quicker. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take a bit of breadcrumbs and just coat each cauliflower individually and just place the cauliflower onto some parchment paper that's been sprayed with a bit of olive oil. And the olive oil isn't to make it not stick, it's really so the mixture can get crispy, the coating can get crispy. And I'm going to do the same on top. I'm going to spray it a bit, that way it can get a bit crispy. And I'm just going to pop this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. And that's about it. And then I'm going to go ahead and make some french fries. So I take 2 potatoes and I cut them up into little pieces, and I'm just going to place them on top of a tray that has a paper towel underneath and pop these into the microwave for 2 minutes just to release some of that extra water and moisture. And then I'm going to go ahead and pat them dry. That way I can get a little bit of moisture out. And the goal isn't to cook the potatoes, it's just to get the moisture out. So the potatoes aren't cooked, they're still pretty firm, and they kind of just develop this clear coating on top. But that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and place them on parchment paper and coat them in a bit of oil. So I'm just using a bit of olive oil here and just drizzling it, and I coat them with my hands just so it can get nice and coated throughout. And I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes as well. And that's really about it. I just make sure they're not stacked on top of each other, because when they're stacked they don't really crisp up as well as they should. So I'm just flipping the potatoes and the cauliflower bites at the halfway point of cooking, just so they can cook evenly on both sides until both sides will crisp up really well. Once my cauliflower bites are done after 45 minutes, I just go ahead and I coat them in some buffalo dressing. Use whatever you prefer. And I'm just going to coat them individually and then pop them back in the oven for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, just so they can crisp up a bit. And that's about it. I'm just going to go ahead and take my potatoes out of the oven, and I'm just using a bit of salt and some Italian seasoning. Use whatever you prefer, lemon pepper, paprika, just cook them how you prefer. This is just kind of how I like to eat my potatoes, but yeah, that's honestly it. Your meal is done. I'm just trying out Trader Joe's vegan ranch dressing. It was pretty good. It's made out of coconut cream, so it does have a slight coconut taste and a slight vinegar taste, but it's very faint. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this. It was really good. I'm not a big ranch person, but I liked it. I don't know if I would buy it again. Probably only if I'm eating a lot of these cauliflower bites, but that's about it. So for dinner, I honestly didn't want to show this clip because I kept it super simple for dinner. I just made a mushroom quesadilla. That's it. I just took a bit of onion, chopped up 6 mushrooms, and sauteed them with a bit of oil, and I just seasoned it with salt and some black pepper, and that was it. I just sauteed it, took my tortilla, and then just added a bit of some vegan mozzarella cheese and just added my mushrooms, and I ended up getting 2 quesadillas. I gave the other one to my mom. But that's it. I ended up eating a quesadilla and like 3 pieces of cauliflower bites that I had left over. Guys, that was it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Say bye, Cody.